2, 1.
Hi everyone. So we know it has been a while. Sorry for that. Without really going into full personal details about everything that's been going on in our private lives on the internet for everyone to know, it has been a very eventful summer. Mostly for the good, so don't worry about us, but there's been a ton of stuff going on and with us and with other people, and it just really hasn't been a good time to film. So anyway, we are finally back, and today we are going to be doing the soft pretzels from the Captive Curse, which was a requested recipe and also something that we've been dying to try ever since we played the game anyway, because
Who doesn't love a soft pretzel?
yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. As always, we've got our little recipe together, and to start off, we're gonna get some yeast rising. So we're gonna take 3/4 of a cup of warm water and put that in a large bowl. Next, we're gonna add, if you're using the packets of dry yeast, do half a packet. We've got a jar of loose yeast, so we're gonna do about 1 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, maybe a little bit more because this jar is a little bit old and we wanna make sure it rises. Then we're gonna also add a 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, and we're also gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna give that all a little bit of a stir to combine it. Honestly, we probably should have mixed the water, sugar, and salt first and then sprinkled the yeast on top, but it'll be okay. It's not a big deal there. That's kind of combined, and we're gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes so the yeast can start to rise a little. It doesn't have to be covered for this step.
I'd like to though. I like to hide it while it burns.
What do you want to run your mouth about for 5 minutes?
Icicle Creek.
Yes.
I'm replaying it.
Just started replaying it this week.
Yes.
Thoughts?
It's such a cozy game. I want to go to a lodge
Yeah.
when it gets cold.
It makes me want to go on vacation. We've got a sister who lives up in the, what is the mountain range up there?
I have no idea. It's a mountain range.
We're not exactly the best on our geography, but yeah, she's staying up at the mountains, and every time I play the game, I'm just like, ugh, I'm so jealous of her. She's just like in a cozy little cabin with snow on all sides, and probably wolves. I mean, I know they have like elk and
they have
bears. So,
and the snow gets so high. I feel like it'd be perfect for skiing and
Yeah.
snowmobiling.
you were up there at the beginning of the year.
In March, and even in March, the snow was like up to my upper leg.
Tell them about how you almost got frostbite.
Yeah, I almost got frostbite because I was wearing shoes that like were ankle high, and the snow was up to my thighs, so it was getting in my shoes, and we had like a 4-mile hike in the snow to get somewhere, and then we had to hike back. It's very cold.
So based on having had personal experience with that and also with replaying Icicle Creek, which one is more fun? Almost getting frostbite in real life or getting frostbite as Nancy Drew?
It's Nancy Drew. I just tell her to toughen up. Like, get over it.
Okay. And what did you tell yourself when
And-
you were trudging through thigh-high snow?
In
And
real life, I just packed my boots full of paper towels on the way back, so I did not get frostbite.
Okay. But did you tell yourself to toughen up?
No, I did not.
Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's get back to our dough. In addition to that, we're gonna take some butter. We're gonna take half a stick of butter, about 4 tablespoons, melt that all the way through. Alright, our butter is nice and melted. We just threw that in the microwave for a few seconds. So we're gonna add the melted butter to the water mixture along with about 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 cups of flour, however much it takes to turn it into an actual dough. And we're going to start kneading this until it forms a dough, and we want to keep kneading it until it gets nice and smooth and soft and well blended.
You're doing that part. I hate kneading dough.
We're gonna pour a drizzle of oil in the bowl, kind of roll that around just to coat the bottom of it a little so that it doesn't stick to the bowl. Here is our nice little dough ball.
Beautiful,
It's nice
right?
and soft. Smells amazing. We're gonna put that in the bowl and we're gonna cover that and let it rise for an hour. If your kitchen's a little bit on the cooler side, then just try to find somewhere.
Find the warmest place in the kitchen.
Find the warmest spot in your kitchen, but not hot. You don't want to like start cooking it.
No.
Just try to find somewhere that's like at least not cold and let it sit there for an hour. We're gonna let that rise and then we will be back.
Hello.
We're back. It's been about an hour. We've given our dough a little bit of time to rise and we're gonna get ready to start shaping the pretzels. First, since this is gonna take a minute, let's get the next step going. Once you have your pretzel dough rolled out and shaped, you're gonna boil them in a combination of water and baking soda for a few seconds. So we're gonna go and get that heating so it can come to a boil. We've got 5 cups of water. You're gonna cut that on high. Then you're gonna add a 1/3 cup of baking soda to the water and let that dissolve in it as it comes to a boil. So while that's going, let's get our
Shape
pretzels
the
started.
pretzel.
We're gonna take our dough and we're doing a batch to make like 4 large ones. So we're gonna cut our dough into 4 equal sections, or cut or break apart with your hands. And then one at a time, we're gonna take these and we're gonna roll them out one at a time into a long rope. We're probably gonna need it to be about 1.5 to 2 feet long.
Whoa! It's a long piece of rope.
Now that the dough is rolled out into a long rope, we're going to take it and crisscross and shape it into a large pretzel.
What do I do?
So before we get the pretzels fully finished and in the oven, you're also going to want to take some coarse salt, sprinkle that over the top so that it can bake onto it. We are going to sprinkle some of them with just plain salt, but while we're at it, we're just going to make
it a little more
1 or 2 of them a little bit different as well. And what we're going to do, this isn't part of the recipe, this is just, we have this, we're going to do it. We've got some dried jalapenos. They were just dehydrated this week. They smell amazing but very spicy, and we're going to grind these up into a powder. We have this in a powder, and we definitely don't need that much for today. Most of this I'm just going to put in a jar to keep and use later on, but we're going to take a little bit of this ground jalapeno powder. I will open it in a minute and show it to you. Right now I want the dust to settle because otherwise you will basically pepper spray yourself. But when we're ready, we're going to mix a little bit of this with some coarse salt and sprinkle that on 1 or 2 of the pretzels as well. Once you get the water boiling and the pretzel shaped, you're going to be moving pretty fast at that point, so make sure you have your stuff prepped. You're going to want a baking pan ready. Either put a baking sheet on it, like parchment paper or a baking mat, or else oil the pan. You're not going to want to put it straight on a pan.
Like another mini game, y'all.
Our water has come to a boil, so now let's get going. 1 at a time, no more than that. We don't want them to stick together, plus our pot isn't that large. We're going to carefully lower a pretzel 1 by 1 into the pot, let them boil for about 30 seconds, and then take them out and put them on your prepared baking sheet. We have all 4 of them gone through the boil step. Now at this point, you're gonna finish putting everything on them that's gonna be on them when they're done. To get them ready to go in the oven, we've got the oven preheating to 425, and we're gonna take 1 egg yolk and beat that up. Take that little brush and brush the top of each of them with some egg yolk. I'm gonna get some salt out so we can just grab it by the pinch and sprinkle it rather than accidentally dumping too much. So we've got some coarse salt in the bowl here. This is just coarse kosher salt that we're using. You can use any coarse salt that you want. However, I don't really recommend using just like standard ground ready to use in a recipe salt, because then you're gonna accidentally put way too much and it's gonna be way too salty. We also have a jar of pickled jalapenos, also from the garden this summer. So we're gonna put a couple of those on top of one of them because we love jalapenos on, yes, we love jalapenos on pretzels. So for the jalapeno salt, there is no real recipe for it. Like I said, this is just a bonus item today because it's something we have on hand. So we're just gonna take a little spoon and mix some of the jalapeno powder with the remaining coarse salt and put it on. Oh, that's spicy, I can feel it already. These look absolutely divine, and they're not even baked yet.
Alright, let's pop them.
And we're gonna put them in the oven.
Babies in the oven. And we're gonna set a timer for...
We're gonna let them bake for about 12 to 15 minutes. We'll check them at about 12 minutes, see how they're looking, but we just wanna bake them until they're nice and golden brown. Timer has gone off. Let's see how they look.
They look amazing. Delish-ish.
So, did we set the timer for 12 or 15 minutes? I don't remember.
I set it for like 14.
Okay. So, well, this is pretty dark. It's definitely not like hard or crispy.
Oh.
So if you want yours to be harder or crispier, I would cook it for a little bit over 15 minutes. But if you like your pretzels, your soft pretzels actually soft, this is perfect.
It's so good, y'all. We're gonna try it with a little Dijon, tell you how that is. I think it'll be good. This is the plain one, so it doesn't have anything else on it. This said salt, which is still amazing.
This is the basic Game Accurate one. I want a little dab too.
Tell me how it is.
I like Dijon, so it's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Probably helps that we were both really hungry, but when are we not?
It could just be because this is the first solid thing I've eaten today, but this is incredible.
Oh!
It's amazing.
It smells amazing.
I accidentally knocked all the jalapenos off of mine, so let me put it back on and try it.
I lost one. Pickled jalapenos are a game changer.
This is gonna be like our entire review. But seriously, it is that good. This is definitely one of the best things we've done, I think. The only thing that I would say for future reference to do differently about this, do a larger batch.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are gonna eat these up and then be crying because there's no more left. I figured 4 would be plenty for the 2 of us. But no. This is definitely a little bit more of a kick than the pickled jalapenos, just because those are more mild, but still really good. Has that nice jalapeno flavor. We've got a little bit of leftover jalapeno dip right here, so I'm going to try a little bit of it on there just to see how it goes together.
Oh, let's go. Top 2 best dips, Dijon mustard and jalapeno sour cream.
You say top 2 as if we've tried more than 2. They are both phenomenal, but I mean, like, I'm sure other stuff would be good too. Like, we were talking about doing like a nice nacho cheese dipping sauce. That would also be amazing. We just didn't get that far today. As far as the jalapeno dipping sauce, it was a special blend packet that I got from someone, but if you wanted to try something similar, it's very similar to like ranch if you added like the jalapeno powder to it to make it spicier. But like ranch mixed up in sour cream as the base. So we promised to save the 4th one, which is why it is still there, but everything else is gone. If you want to know how good these were, that's only because it was already promised. Otherwise, I'd be tearing into it right now. Do this one. It's definitely
delicious, and it's pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients.
I would say probably make a large batch, or else honestly the dough, I'm sure you could make the dough itself like the day before, make a larger batch of dough and then just make them as you go. Pull off a little piece off the dough, roll it out, do the boiling, baking, season it up as you go. But
It's so good.
I knew it was gonna be good. I didn't know it would be that good.
I'm pretty
I've
like we
had,
just
like soft pretzels before.
inhaled the pretzels and
Yeah.
like 3 pretzels gone that quickly.
They're like some everything bagel seasoning on top. You could do like a cinnamon brown sugar topped one. That would be good too if you wanted like a sweeter dessert one. Pretty much anything you can think of. If you can put it on top, you can try making it that way.
But if you like spice, pickled jalapenos or jalapeno salt, amazing. So
and of course, like not everyone has a garden that they grew jalapenos in this
you
year.
can buy pickled jalapenos at the grocery store.
Yeah, or if you really want to try making the jalapeno salt, you can buy some fresh jalapenos. If you don't have access to a dehydrator, you can try dehydrating them in the oven, low and slow.
like we did with our fish.
Yep. So
That took hours though.
then
So
just
if you have a dehydrator, use it.
yeah,
A lot
because
easier.
I know like dried jalapeno powder is not like the most easy thing
Don't
to
know
come
where
across
you
in
get
the
it.
store. But it is delicious. Highly recommend. That was my first time trying it actually on something because we just tried making it this year
we just
for the
mixed it
first
up
time.
recently.
So
Comment down below what we should make next time. Let us know. We have some really good ideas on our last video. I'm not sure if we know what we're making next time, but yeah, comment below. Give
let
us
us
some
know
ideas.
below what game you're currently playing back through.
I guess we will see you guys next time, whenever that is.
I am now, all I can focus on is I want more food. So we're gonna go and raid the fridge, I guess, to try to keep me out of that last one there. And until next time, au revoir.
See ya.
Mystery time.
There's a mystery. Snow, 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 snow.